Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live podcast, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. Ooh, it's a little chilly today, but I really can't decide whether it's hot or it's cold because the weather, obviously it's officially fall and the leaves are turning and the pumpkins are out, but some days the weather feels so sunny and warm that it feels like summer. And then today, it suddenly feels chilly and cool, so nobody knows what to wear. Layer, bring sweaters. This morning I almost wore a sweater, but today I'm going to be out later and hopefully the sun is shining, but the weather is gorgeous. So much to do on the North Fork. Our guest today is the Mattituck Chamber of Commerce, and they host a monthly seasonal event called First Fridays on Love Lane. And hopefully everybody knows where Love Lane is. I mean, first of all, just the name of the little street is so cute. And it's the cutest little main street. I guess it's kind of Main Street in Mattituck. And so on the first Friday of every month, I think it starts in May, from May through October, they basically shut down Main Street. And if you know the North Fork, you know everything closes pretty early, and it's, especially in the off season, it's even quieter. But this is a wonderful way to spend an evening out. The stores are open late. There's food. I think I've seen Shelter Island Brewery there, handing out, selling their craft beer, and there are some artisan vendors that come. So, good morning. How are
Hey, good
you?
morning. How are you today?
I'm very good. I'm trying to figure out who's on. I don't see Tracy on, but I do see you, and I see Melissa. So I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on. I'm glad it worked out on the first shot. Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Wow.
Hi,
Hello.
Melissa.
Good to see you.
This is kind of like the Brady Bunch.
I know.
Took over.
And for
Right?
some reason, like usually I'm awake a little bit earlier. Today I'm moving a little slow,
Oh,
and it
good.
feels a
That's more
little
my speed.
chilly.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
Got our coffees.
We got our coffees, right? I mean, imagine this is what we do every Friday. We get our coffee. I mean, I drink tea, but same difference in caffeine.
Yeah.
All right. So while we're waiting for Tracy, let's hop in and introduce who you are and how you're connected to Love Lane First Fridays.
Okay, I'm 𝗟RH𝗲. I'm the president of the Mattituck Chamber, which we put on First Fridays, as you mentioned. Thank you, Sunita. I work for the Express News Group, which has the Express magazine, which is both North and South Fork. And also we have 4 newspapers on the South Fork. Southampton Press, East and Western editions, the Sag Harbor Express, where I started, and then, of course, the East Hampton Press. So we've got a lot going on. It's
Wow,
52
you have a lot
newspapers,
going on. You
8
wear many
magazines, a
hats.
lot of
So let's just talk.
sections.
Let's talk a few seconds about your connection to the newspapers. How did that come about? Is that what you do for your quote unquote day job?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. Yeah, Melissa's laughing about that. Yeah,
Quote
that's where
unquote day job.
Well, that's how it works in these parts,
People
right?
only see us at the chamber stuff, so they go, "Oh yeah, right. We do work during the day."
all we do is chamber stuff. We
Yeah.
live and
Well,
breathe it.
all I do is this podcast. Just FYI.
Exactly.
There you go. So you're free the rest of the week. Who's got a
Of
better deal?
course. Yeah, until it's 8:59, on
We're
Friday morning.
always looking for volunteers,
That is
people with
true.
free time. Kind of stepped into that one. So, you know,
We'll send you an application.
Oh, there's an actual application because then forget it about. If you can slide into the DMs, it's different. But an
Yeah, right.
application, we're out.
Melissa will
Okay,
make
so
that
tell
work.
us, how did you get on this journey of being part of the news organization?
Oh, well, the news thing was just I answered an ad and thought, oh, I could do that. Not really knowing if I could or not. It was ad sales. I'd never done it before. And I joined this little paper in Sag Harbor that's been around since 1859. And it was a fledgling paper. And myself and the publishers were really dedicated to getting this thing moving again. It had stalled. The old adage, newspapers are going to grinding to a halt. Good morning.
Morning,
Good
Tracy.
morning.
But long story
Morning.
short, we made it work to the point where they were able to get 3 more papers out of the deal. So we have 4 papers on the South Fork, and we've built this Express magazine, which is both North and South Fork content, and people love it. We're thrilled about
Awesome.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
But enough
Melissa,
about me,
Melissa, you are a real estate agent here,
I know.
correct?
I was gonna say you guys know my pitch, but I know. And I said I know Tracy and I both got our little ones out the door this morning. You're like, see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I ran to my office quickly in 𝗙𝗏𝗃 because I just could not imagine being on any Instagram with the kids at the house. But yes, my mom is my job, and my I said real estate, and being part of the chamber has been really wonderful. Terry kind of sucked me in, but
Hell
I
yeah.
I think we have a great little town over here, and I think keeping the Mattituck Chamber going, and even though yes, there is an overlying, there's a North Fork Chamber, but what we do is very important. But yes, day job is real estate, and I've been a broker. I just got my broker's license this year and started a team because I like to work with, collectively with a lot of different people. And that part I've been enjoying a lot more than the one man band thing that most agents are. And I've been licensed for almost 10 years, and I kind of grew up in this industry, so it would be silly if I didn't do it. Like it's
Actually, that's a really important point you brought up for a lot of small business owners. And depending on your type of personality, like artists, for example, it's a very solo career, right?
Mhm.
You're doing a lot of things by yourself. So I'm really gravitating towards the fact that you went through your broker's license process more so you
just
could develop a
just to
team.
start a team. And
Yeah.
honestly,
Pardon me.
it's life it's a game changer. It's a game changer for clients because it's not just me getting back to them, it's other people adding value from different walks of life. We have someone who's really specializing in just 55 and over condos and community, and that's big out here. So that's a huge asset to our team, and someone who's all production based, and he was more digital marketing and really ad marketing for many years, and always did real estate for himself, for his family, sort of on the side. And I said, you should be doing this. And you guys may have met him. He'll help me with the First Fridays sometimes, Kieran Collings. But really, it's a nice group. But yeah, I think taking it to not the one man band and collectively, it doesn't, not a lot of people can be successful on teams. So wish us luck.
Oh, Melissa,
Speaking
you
of
have
team,
the perfect personality for running a team, though.
oh boy. So,
I'll
so
get back to
speaking
you
of
next year.
team,
Yeah.
Mattituck Chamber of Commerce really is a collective and a team. So, Terry, can you tell us a little
Exactly.
bit about
And
what?
Terry's the kingpin on this one. So
Oh
Okay,
God.
so let's hear from Terry. What, I mean, obviously the name is sort of self-explanatory, but what is the Mattituck Chamber of Commerce and who
Uh,
are the members and what do you guys do?
the Mattituck Chamber is more than just Mattituck. It's all the little outlays around it. We have members in Southhold. We have members in Greenport. We have members in Riverhead. We're not exclusive to Mattituck. We're just a small community chamber that works with the local business. That's really the goal of this. We're not out to change the world, just help preserve Mattituck and make businesses stronger. That's it. We work with the Civic Association. But it does take, the old line, it does take a village, and many hands make lighter work. We're very grateful for the people on our board.
mhm.
𝗙𝗿𝗶𝗿𝘀𝘁, who's been with the chamber as long as I have, God help us both. She is a wonderful person. She's our treasurer. We've got Mike Lawton from Element Energy, great guy, totally there for anything you need, whether it's to fix a roof or
Yeah,
to
I was gonna say
pull down lights.
with brawn and brains,
That's
yeah,
right.
Mike is always there for us.
Well,
He's
as an
always
event
there.
producer, I know Tracy can jump in and talk about it. It takes a lot of planning, but it also takes a lot of muscle to
And
pull
It
anything off.
And a
it
lot of
does.
crying sometimes,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I try and keep it to myself though.
I
You know.
know we do
Yeah.
Yeah.
quietly.
So you know what? Everybody knows the term Chamber of Commerce, right? And we understand that it's there to help grow the businesses. But how do you do that? Like, what is the actual sort of method of growing those businesses through the chamber?
Exactly.
I was just going to
It's
say, I think it is, you kind of get out what you put in. And I think with
yeah.
any kind of organization, nonprofit, if the members and the people in the community do not utilize us or help us or kind of jump in to make it successful, it will not be successful. The success is because all of the people, specifically on First Fridays, right, Terry, they show up, they're there, they're hanging lights, they're getting the police department is closing the road. There's a lot of moving parts, but yeah, I think it's How do you
So
make it
I mean, I
successful?
love First Friday. So first of all, let's talk about
Good.
who came up with this genius plan, and and also what does it involve, and what can people expect? Because I know today is the last event for
For
this
yeah,
year, so
20
I want to
for the
sort of,
year. Yep.
Yeah, it actually started with 4 or 5 businesses on Love Lane. Carolyn,
Yep.
𝗟पछि𝘃𝗲, trying to remember who else was involved in it, but those are definitely 2 of them. It's been a while. So
well, I'm sure Loveland Kids, Loveland Market, because they've been there a long time as well.
Lauren.
I don't know
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
Lauren
Lauren.
was part of that originally, but she might have been.
Okay.
There were definitely at least 4, and they came to us and said, "Hey, we really want to do this." And then it came down to, okay, how do we organize it and how do we pay for it?
Yeah.
And the money that we ended up starting this off with came from, we used to do flower boxes on Love Lane,
Hmm.
and they're very nice, but then became, okay, well, we have to water them too, and then we have to change them over, and it became very expensive. So why not put that money into an event that generates income for local businesses versus pretty flowers?
Yeah.
So, and
And
then
then just
maybe
to
if all
point out
works
for
out, we get
everybody
both.
that attends, the event is free. So you're not charging anybody for the event. Everybody, neighborhoods, just people just show up and
Yeah,
spend a beautiful evening.
on average we have 1,200 people, I gotta say. I mean, it's been a really huge crowd, and we're very grateful for that. Because like you said, we don't charge anybody. We work off a budget that depletes rapidly,
Yeah.
and we're
The
we're figuring
businesses
out.
have been very happy to have that turnout, and it's
Yeah,
the momentum has built it too. So
it's good for local business. It's good to bring businesses into the chamber because everybody who's there is a member of the chamber. So we're really supporting the chamber by having this event, and the community finds out who's involved as well. It's
You
kind of
may
neat.
have
I mean,
mentioned this, but when did First Friday start? How many years has it been happening?
it was before COVID, right, Terry? It was, I'd
yeah,
say, 2017,
2011, 20, no, it's maybe 2016.
16. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was like 2016. We should have a
Yeah, and
plaque
it
somewhere.
definitely had a lot to do with, my cousin is Rich Pisacano with Roanoke, but he kept saying, "Gosh, everyone just rolls the sidewalks up on Love Lane," and it really, like, other than Love Lane Kitchen being open for a couple of nights uh, on the weekend, there really wasn't anything in the evening, so
And
it definitely worked.
yeah, another big supporter of this was Dave Perrin, who was a previous president. He really
Oh yes,
he dug himself into it and got it going again. He really did a great job.
yeah, Dave was
So
great.
Well, and I think as a location, Love Lane in of itself lends
really
itself
unique.
beauty. Like you
It's
could not
cute,
have
yeah,
picked a map and picked a better
isn't
location
it?
to host
It's
an event like
charming.
this.
And I think, especially me being in real estate, and I meet so many people who are looking to be part of the North Fork community. And when that's one of those roads where you say, if you want to go grab a glass of wine and go for lunch, it
Yeah.
just kind of seals the deal.
Yeah.
They go, you're not getting this. And people look, right? They're going to the Hudson Valley. They're going, outside of Virginia. I mean, people are looking for these little destinations. And Love Lane and Mattituck as a little hub is unique. It's definitely unique.
And
Yeah.
then like we talked about at the earlier the hour, it's a slower paced life here. So a lot of
Hmm.
places, especially on the Love
Yeah,
Lane, are not open for dinner and closed. So for
Oh,
this
hey.
Friday, it's
that's
such
a
a
nice way to
special
put it. I like
but
that.
it's such a special evening
Yes,
because it's so lively, so much going on.
lively. The
And
kids
I've
and
actually
yeah,
been the last couple of months. Surprisingly, I've made it to several, and each of the restaurants there are offering specials. I mean, I think Carolyn from Loveland had sliders that were really,
yeah.
I can't even remember.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
want to say if they
I
were
think
five,
she
but they
said
were like
she
eight
sold
dollars
a
or something.
hundred lobster roll sliders.
But so
We just lost it.
inexpensive, so you can kind of get
Yeah.
nibbles, and I think Braun Seafood is
Yes.
there with their tuna poke bowls, and
Yeah, Eats Meat had
Yeah.
been, they were doing great. Everyone was so complimentary of the food, this specifically this year. Don't you
Someone
think,
just says that
Terry?
in one of the links here, and one of the
Oh,
things
good.
that popped up said it's the vibe, and it really is. It's the vibe
Good
Yeah.
job,
because
Terry. We
people
did
just
it.
come and yeah, baby. And we relax and everybody has a good time. The setup is stressful, but we get it done. The takedown, we know it's coming, so it's in the back of our head going, "Oh crap, we gotta do this."
Do you guys take volunteers? Stephen Ness is on here. He's asking, do you guys
I
yeah,
take
was
because he
gonna
has so
say
much
Yes,
free
please.
time. He has
we
so
would
much free
love
time without.
volunteers.
The job. Oh God, I hope my boss isn't watching this.
Right.
Job. Oh,
Yeah.
nothing. No,
No,
we anybody, we've got it down to a science as far as the breakdown. It used to be we were there for 2.5 hours.
yeah,
This thing
anyone
ends at
who
9.
wants to stay at the end, and we have had a lot of people help. Many
Yeah.
hands make light work, which Terry said, but it is true. If any of the businesses specifically, if they have one extra person that could just stay and just help stack all the chairs and all the tables, it
Yeah,
goes
we
so much
supply
faster.
chairs, tables. This year,
Lights,
lights, yeah, of course.
garbage. Yeah.
Mhm. And now we actually just got approved to get 6 stand-up heaters, which may come in handy tonight.
Oh, like those little propane heaters for, yeah.
Well, they're tall.
Oh,
They're
oh,
like
oh,
6-foot
oh.
heaters, so they'll have some warming stations around. And I am very happy to announce that Twin Forks Propane just is donating the propane for this.
Oh, that's
So a
Oh,
great,
little
that's
Terry.
shout
I
out to
great.
hadn't
Twin
heard
Forks.
that.
Thank you
I
guys.
said, I'm sure someone wants to help out
And
because
they did. They called me up, said we'd love to do it.
that's great.
So I love when
Great.
things like that happen. When we're
Yeah,
not
and they
begging
want to be
people.
part of it. Like if they want stickers on our heaters or something like that, like we're always so happy
Yeah.
to whatever business wants to do this. I mean, we're here and it's Terry and I mean, we're fielding the phone calls. We're trying to make everyone, feel welcome and that's important. So,
So
So
let's set the scene for someone who's coming this evening, because today, like I
Okay.
said, is the last
Here
one.
we go.
It's from 6 to 9, right? And
Yes.
you mentioned so the street is shut to road traffic, right? So you have to park in the
We
parking lot on the side.
actually we start the setup as soon as they close the road, which is supposed to be about 4:30 or so.
mhm.
Okay.
And then after that, we've got to string the lights up, and that's the biggest job. And then in the meantime, like I'll go over this morning and I'll pull the tables out from the storage area and bring them over. And then later on, we'll put them down the street. And then when the road's closed, we put them out on the street.
So you put
So,
out lots of
oh,
tables and chairs, so
a
people
dozen
don't have to bring
tables.
anything.
People don't have to bring anything. We have tables, chairs, picnic tables, lots of garbage cans. The goal is that you just come, bring yourself and your family or your friends, have a great time, and then at
You
nine
have
o'clock,
live music.
Spend some
we
money.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we really encourage people to do the 50-50, what we have, because
okay.
that helps
The
pay for these
raffle.
events. Yeah. That's for
Yeah.
people who don't know what a 50-50 is. Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure people do. As I said that, I
No,
was
no,
like,
no, no. You helped clarify that. Thank you.
generationally, I was like, I don't know.
But we really kind of, that's how we are recouping costs on this, which is great.
Okay.
So anytime somebody drops a $5 bill in there, you have a chance to take home whatever half the pot is, and you have to take it. We don't allow people to
You
give it
don't let it
back.
donate it back.
I hate that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
It's
I
great.
was
very,
I
gonna
love
say
it
a
because
lot
I
of
agree with you. Like if it
yeah,
is, because so many people don't do it because then they feel
yes,
obligated. Like, what's the point if I got to give it back?
yes.
But I
right.
think, okay, well, thank you for pointing that out.
That's good to
Yeah.
know. And doggies are allowed?
Yeah.
Doggies are
We
allowed.
took
We,
charcoal to the last one. Yeah, he loved it.
there you go.
Walk around.
Charcoal was there. I didn't see charcoal, but we'd
Oh,
love to see
well.
charcoal.
Oh,
Maybe Tilly and I will bring Charlie tonight. Yesterday was Charlie's 15th birthday, so
Ah, happy birthday, Charlie.
Aww.
have to
Got it.
throw him a little party on Love Lane.
That's
Well,
great.
I mean, the whole town is dog friendly anyway. I mean, I don't remember
that's
the
true.
water bowls, but so many restaurants put water bowls out for
Yeah.
dogs. And I noticed that there are some savvy people that probably have done this many a time that bring their own beach chairs and picnic chairs, especially if they want to be closer to where the music is. But there typically are plenty of chairs, and
Yeah,
it does get. I don't want to say it gets crowded, but it does get crowded, especially if the weather is nice.
I think
But in
Yeah.
a good way,
The
like.
August one was definitely crowded. But other than that, I felt like even the vendors, like the last one wasn't like the back to school thing may have kind of quieted it earlier. But we're expecting
Yeah.
a big crowd for tonight. So
It's the
When
last
is
one.
when does the season start again? May?
Oh, God.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
May.
May.
That's
May.
what it says on the website, May through October.
Let's not talk
Okay,
about it
fine.
yet. Yeah.
May.
They're
Just
barely
over.
recovering from this season. I don't think
So
they've started to
we've
think
had a
Yeah,
lot
about
of
next
May
people.
through
season.
October. It's been a good, right?
We've
May
had a
was
lot of
good. A
people
lot of
ask us about
locals.
a November one too, and it's just we I don't think we have it in the tank. There's
Yeah.
so many costs involved to this. Everything from road closure to insurance,
Yeah.
and it's these things. Porta
Yeah, but
potties add up.
think about a December like holiday one would be so
Oh,
But
fun.
it's
well,
so
funny that
weather
she's
dependent, right?
bringing that
The
one up,
attendance.
Terry.
Yeah, there may
Just
be something
saying.
happening that
But
we're not
don't say
talking about
yes
yet.
because next she's going to ask for caroling. I'm just letting you know.
Well, that's
That's
right.
Well,
coming next.
but listen, you know I go to that caroling
I
every
know,
year. It is my
you're going to.
favorite
Do you know
Let's,
Cowers by chance? You do?
yeah, we need some
thing.
Oh,
carolers.
Tracy,
Yeah,
Tracy
well,
will
Hypothetically,
lead.
yeah,
Tracy will lead
we
the
do.
tribe.
I always join the North Fork.
Corral?
What is
Community
it?
theater. Community
Community
theater.
theater. Thank you.
Okay.
They do it on, like, I think it's the third week of December, and I always go. But I'm sure they would come out again. Yeah.
So
Terry,
Melissa, do we
should
talk
we?
about this or do we
We
not
should
talk
talk.
about this?
We should talk about it.
All right.
Newsflash, we are talking about it.
Well, that's the cat's
Okay.
out of the bag, but it is
So
funny
here's the
because
deal.
we've had the same thing that you just said, Tracy. We have had so many people come to us about a December holiday experience because it's been successful. The businesses and the visitors. So Terry, you want to let the cat out of the bag?
Oh man, the proverbial cat.
Yeah.
We every year the chamber does Santa Day. And what that is Santa used to come to the movie theater by fire truck and they watch a free movie before Santa came. Then they go into the Walgreens, which is now Rite Aid. I'm going back a little bit. And they would oh, it was Rite Aid, now Walgreens, sorry.
It
And
is
they
Walgreens. I
would
was like,
go
hold
in
on a
and
minute.
sit with Santa. I know. I
The reverse, yeah.
I know, I'm okay. And now we went to the Parks Department and did it with them. And we've been talking about doing something in December. So instead of a Santa Day, we are going to do on Saturday, December 6th, Santa Night. So
Great.
what that's going to be is from 4 to 8 p.m. We're going to close Love Lane and we're going to have another basically
First,
First Fridays, but on
first,
Saturday.
yeah.
And we're going to have Santa. Melissa's working on this now, but Santa's
With
gonna
the
show
Mothers
up.
Club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that part first, actually.
Yeah, no, so last year we had done the Polar Express as kind of a test and learn with the
Oh
Mothers
my
Club.
God. It was so, I mean, I don't even have little kids, but I
It
wanted to go.
was
It looked so good. I think it was sold
be,
out.
in
It
20
was.
minutes. And we actually had to do 2 runs with the train on 2 different weekends because we're limited. It was the most incredible community experience I had ever seen. And it all happened because we were supposed to get a trolley with the Hampton Jitney Polar Express, and no fault of theirs, their system accidentally sold our tickets. So here we had all these people there that were excited. And I remember I lived in Huntington for like the last couple of years, and the library always did it for the little kids, and it's nothing, $2, $3, right? And they would just go from like Northport to Green Lawn, whatever, teeny tiny. And I go, guys, I bet you we could pull this off. And I called the Long Island Railroad, and they go, oh yeah, there's a teacher in East Hampton that does one. There's like, very specific groups, nonprofits. So we did it, and we sold out in 20 minutes. We had 120 people on one train car, and Santa greeted the kids when they got off the train at the platform. It was like, I just got a chill talking about it. It was like
I'm like, I'm gonna cry.
magic. And our
Easy,
town,
Tracy. Hang in
to
there.
have the
I'm
kids
really tired, guys.
I know, but to see them all get off the train in Mattituck on Love Lane, they're there anyway, and then get off, and then Santa would be there. And then obviously we're one little group with the Mothers Club, but with the chamber helping, this is just going to be, So
It's gonna be a lot
anyway,
of fun.
it's going to be a lot of fun. And exactly. So that's kind of part one. And then part two will be everyone's arriving. Love Lane's all closed down and set up, and the lights are on, and we have the new heaters. And we want to make sure that we get vendors for this. And I think that's
Yeah.
going to be our biggest message as chamber members is
And sponsors.
exactly
Yeah,
where
we
we
need
had
sponsors for this
bundle up.
because this is not
Hopefully
going
it
to be
won't be,
cheap.
yeah, yeah. And,
Uh,
and make it successful for
it's
us.
going to be a
So
lot of fun. It will be the same kind of community vibe, I like the word
Yeah.
vibe, as the regular First Fridays, but doing it on Saturday, having the kids get off the train, march down to the lawn between the cheese shop and the flower shop. There, we're going to have a tent for Santa, and
Oh,
that will be
great.
Santa's Village
yeah.
or toy shop or whatever. We haven't named it yet.
Yeah.
Charlie's Hut. We'll call it Charlie's Hut, and we'll take it from there, and it'll be great. And then in the meanwhile, this thing starts at 4 o'clock. There's going to be everybody who's been there before, we hope, and some other craft people as well. All the shops will be open, and it should be a lot of fun. It should just be a really good end to the year. Oh, and the Christmas trees will all be out. That's
Yeah.
really important too. So the trees will all be lit on Love Lane, and we'll have them throughout the town like we do every year.
What do you mean they're trees? Do you put trees for Christmas, or are they already that you decorate?
Yeah, that's a
We
big part of what the chamber does.
Yeah, we're good at decorating. We're putting up, I think it's 75 trees throughout Mattituck. They'll be on the two main roads and then on Love Lane as well.
Wow.
So it'll look really great for First Fridays, having all those trees along the sides in front of businesses. And then you'll also have them on the main drag and on the North Road where there are other businesses. It used to be that you put them there for the businesses that are chamber members. And that was a way to say, hey, by the way, you're being a member, right?
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
the goal now is to make it bigger than the Christmas tree. Our goals for next year is to kind of change our chamber. I'm going to put this our way of doing things more, to make us more of what we think a chamber should be. It's not just about going to a nice restaurant and having an inexpensive dinner and listening to someone speak for 5 minutes. We're talking about two major dinner events, and then we're going to try and get two speakers of substance in. Uh, just to make it more relevant to the 21st century.
Mhm.
The reality is, I'm looking at people with children here. You don't want to go to a meeting at 6 o'clock at night on a Monday. You want to go
Right.
home. You want to go hang out. You want to go deal with whatever mess has been made at your house for the day, or whatever you got to clean up that you didn't get done at work. Uh, we're aware of that, and because I'm one of them, you're one of them. Uh,
Yeah.
the world has changed. We want to make it work for everybody. So there's so much stuff going on that really needs to happen. Marketing, AI,
Yeah.
marketing with AI, uh, you know, sales measures. There's a myriad of ideas, and I love using the word myriad because it makes me sound really smart. But there's so
Right.
much
We're
stuff
all
out there.
business people, and I think we have
Yeah,
to use our knowledge to
and we
take the
have to be
chamber.
smarter about how we're doing things.
Exactly.
And
So
honestly, also have fun while doing it, because if everything feels like work, right? Sometimes people will ask Tracy and I, and we've been doing this for 4 years, how do we show up every single Friday to have these conversations? But it feels like fun and it feels informative. And hearing the two of you speak, and I understand why Melissa was calling you the kingpin, Terry, you seem to have so much enthusiasm
He
to
does. We
put
could
in
not
the
do it
effort, because
without
it's
Terry.
not easy, right? I mean, I go to First Fridays, it's like a great evening for me, and I come home, but I don't think about what it takes in the behind the scenes to pull something like that together for the community.
I do.
So kudos and
Yeah.
bravo to you and your
thank you.
team for doing the hard work so the community can enjoy and thrive. And,
We
and
work
in
with
the
great
end, it is
people.
supporting the businesses, but it's also bringing the community together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something that we really like to do. Still, for some reason, we're in it, and
I know. We
we're
do
like
like it.
the little chamber that could.
Yes, I agree
There's
with that.
we have the North Fork Chamber, which is a great unit. It's very large, and it encompasses everything on the North Fork except for Mattituck. And the
Mm.
goal is there's so many little things that happen in Mattituck, and some big things that are going on right now too, that Mattituck needs a voice,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
and
have
that's kind of why
exactly.
we're
We
here.
have enough of our own businesses that we can sustain this chamber. So it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let's do our rapid fire NOFO live 5 before we let everybody get back to their real jobs.
they've had enough of us, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys were going to take us out for a meal, your choice, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, where would you take us? Go ahead,
Well,
Terry, you first.
obviously, we start with. I have a couple. I was thinking Lovely in Kitchen because we love Lovely in Kitchen. I
I don't
also
even
have
need to look at the menu. I know what I would get.
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah. That's
and
what we do.
for me personally, I love the burgers at Barrow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you haven't
I
been,
was there last
and
night. It was so busy. They had a
yeah,
great crowd.
and I am a steak guy. Come take me to the elbow room, get me my marinated porterhouse,
Oh,
Yeah.
medium rare.
now you're talking Tracy's
That
language.
you know
Yeah,
what? The
yeah,
elbow room
baby.
burgers too. They
Yeah,
have that Sunday. For those who don't know,
the
Elbow
burger of
Room
beer.
2 has the Sunday burger deal, and they are top notch burgers. I'm a burger connoisseur, so I can say that
Yeah.
confidently.
Good
Melissa,
to know. Oh gosh. I think breakfast is 𝗙𝗏 Diner. hands
Oh
down.
yeah.
And I think we forget about it because you drive by and you're always like, oh, it's so crowded. But right now, it's so quiet. It's so nice. You sit at the bar, you see every person that
Yeah.
community people. And I think even the servers are so much happier because now this is our season, right? These are their people. So I've been really into that, even because I can walk from work. So it's kind of a nice saying. I say to my coworker, let's just walk across the street and grab a scrambled egg. And then I've been really into Jedediah Hawkins. I know it's a little on the pricier side, but I feel like it has that same feeling, especially in the colder months, in the winter months, where you walk in, their fire's always going, you can have a glass
Yeah.
of wine, and just have even an appetizer at the bar is just really fun.
Yeah.
So they're
And
open all
near
year.
us.
They're
Yeah.
open all year. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
think
feel the
he
same
may
way about
close like
McDonald's.
February, March or something, but
Yeah, like just to
well,
take a break. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
What were you-
sunrise or sunset, depending on, I know you're a mom, Melissa, so
Yeah.
I don't know what your schedule looks like.
I know. I said I've been going since 6:30, girls. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
So do you have a place where you catch one or?
So and Tracy, we're sort of close to each other, but I'm on near Laurel Lane at Peconic Bay Boulevard. And so honestly, the sunrise from the end of Laurel Lane, when I do get a chance to actually catch it, is spectacular. And it's like the pink skies that cover the farm field, take your breath away. I mean, sometimes, and I've lived here for how many years? Oh yeah, Terry, I was going to say, you get the same sunrise, bud. We're all
Yeah, I
looking at
lived
the
near you.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I don't know if you caught it today, but I mean, I'm on the sound side and the sky was spectacular even on the
Yeah,
sound.
these
So I
are like
can't even imagine what
the
today's was.
harvest. Yeah, exactly. But in general, I am on Peconic. My family, I used to summer here before we moved here as kids year round, up on the bluffs in Peconic. And that sunset for me is everything.
Yeah.
So I am more of a sunset girl. So
In the evening, if you're looking
yeah.
over, if you're walking up the boulevard, I live by, like I said, by Melissa, you said.
Yeah, and Tracy's right near
So
us too.
we live in a great spot because we have
Yeah.
the bay to our left and the sunset to our right. And
It's
the
yeah.
sunrise coming over Robbins Island in the morning is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sunset over the field by Melissa's house is great.
Yeah.
Not that I'm stalking Melissa.
He is. No,
Sounds
every night
awkward
I
when you
go,
say
good
it out
night,
loud.
Terry. Have a good
Good
night.
night.
My door is always open.
You can go home now. Okay,
No, but
thanks.
I'll
Yeah.
text those
Yeah.
Schmitz boys. I have to say, the Schmitz, the two brothers that have been working so hard on that field on the corner of
On
Laurel
the
Lane.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone had said, because they recently purchased it, I think from a family member right when we were moving there. I mean, it is transformed. He's doing broccoli and corn, and you could check them out on Instagram all the time to find out what they're growing.
Do they
But
have a
they're doing
farm stand right there?
Yep, the farm stand across from the little post office in Laurel, and that they would be neat to talk to too, because they're
Yep.
really third generation, probably fourth
Oh, we'd love to
generation
have them
farming.
on in here.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, they're
always, I
great.
mean, one of our questions is about farm stands. So I
You
want,
know, yeah,
That's
DJ. Oh,
one.
that was my pick exactly. So DJ Phil that does a lot of the
Yes.
local events
Yes.
here. That's his fan. He's literally sometimes I'll see him. I'll say, "Hey, DJ Phil." I mean, he DJ'd our wedding, right? So it's really neat to see. They're doing a great job.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty funny.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, since we're already at farm
yeah.
stands, Terry,
Terry.
when you're cooking at home, are you stopping and picking up anything locally?
Yeah, yeah. I love Schmitz. I love Womack. They're right there.
Yeah.
I know we're
We
lucky we
we
have
try and
them.
keep it local.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
All right. So cocktail, mocktail, winery, brewery,
Ugh.
where might we see you and what would you be enjoying?
Well, I have two favorite wineries. One is Roanoke,
Thank you.
no suck up,
Not that you're biased.
Yeah.
and I also
And
like
Melissa didn't
Pominock.
make you say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Twist his
no,
arm.
$5 for Terry. There we go.
Yep.
And Roanoke I love too, and I'm sorry, Pominock I love also.
Yeah.
Those two are my favorites. The Chenin Blanc from there is great, and there anything Cabernet from either of the two, and I like the infinite possibilities. It's like a
From
bottle of hope, you
Yeah,
know.
from Roanoke. It's a white blend that honestly, even during First Fridays, if you haven't had a glass, it's like
It's great.
Sauvignon Blanc, Gewürztraminer, Chardonnay. It's really a great white blend. Hi,
I mean, I
Tracy.
want to talk about the wine, but I really want to talk about the little alleyway next to the vineyard or the tasting room on Love Lane. It is the
Chilios,
most gorgeous
Yeah, so
isn't
setting.
that
Like
Richie
great?
every
has
time I
been
walk out of Love Lane Kitchen,
spraying
that's what I
those
look at.
vines. I mean, he really, when we tease that he's the grape whisperer, that little alleyway. I mean, without it, you're like, something's missing, right? It's
And
really,
it wasn't always there. Like it's
it's
slowly in the
probably been
last few
since
years
COVID.
suddenly
Yeah,
become
yeah.
this gorgeous
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, they're happy. They're happy over there. It's great. It's really a cool spot. But yeah, no, I would say Yeah, I am partial obviously to Roanoke, but my husband's a beer drinker. So Shelter Island, I know, sorry. Shelter Island Brewery is also a cousin of ours, and he's always at First Friday. You could try their beer. I don't get to Shelter Island often enough to see them, but he's got his beer all over town. So
That's
it's
great.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Eastern Front, who Doug Pearsall, who brews his own beer. That's right in
Yeah,
town,
right across the,
and
yeah.
it's
We try,
wonderful.
yeah, we tried to do a chamber, like a nice thing. We could always try to do there again soon. We could always have people come for that.
Yeah, that's a
It's a
nice. It's a
nice
nice
meeting spot,
venue. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
centrally
nice,
located.
very
Yep.
quaint, and the beer's really good. And they've got other stuff too. So
Well, you guys are obviously putting community first. You've mentioned that many times on the call, but tell us why you put so much time into this. Why do you love being a part of this community?
it's worth it. Look around. We live in such a great place. And part of that is to try and keep it the way it is. We've had so much growth out here. It's a little scary. You feel a change in the air, but you're trying to keep it in a bubble because we love it out here the way it is. And positive change is good, but we got to make sure it's positive. And that's kind of what we try and get involved in to a point. We can't change the world, but we can kind of keep Mattituck Laurel areas as they are as best we can.
Yeah.
Melissa, you got something better?
Mm, no, I think I left and I came back, and I moved here when I was like 14, so I hated it. I hated the quiet. I hated, having to make new friends. I couldn't get out fast enough. I was like, get me on the first. I went to college in Boston, came home for 6 months, and then sort of went to the South Fork. Then I was in Huntington for almost 10 years. And COVID, change of life, I think change in my time, where you have little kids, you appreciate your family, you appreciate having open space. And then coming back and looking around and meeting, like I said, so many people in my real estate community that were transplants, and how much they loved it, that I felt like if you can live here and you can work here, this is a gift. This is
Yeah.
spectacular. And I have talked to so many people looking for that. And it really is here, and we have to maintain it. We have to have that, whether it's through community, the nonprofits, everything that we're doing. Even I'm involved as, a little bit with the town stuff, but everyone's doing a great job, and I think it's really important. I think COVID, even though there is change, I think it did a lot of good, because I always say I don't know if I would be here pre-COVID if it was the old way that it was, and it was still very, you know
I have
whatever. I
I
won't
have
even.
two boys,
Yeah,
and they both were born and raised out here. One's 26 and the other one's 14, so I've got a little bit of an edge there. It's keeping
yeah,
me young, the 14-year-old. And
yeah,
I just love that they grew up out here.
yeah,
And I didn't grow up out here. I was a summer kid. I grew up in Nassau County, and it was a great way to grow up. Lights on, go. When the lights go on, you go home, that kind of thing.
yeah.
And it's really true. But I can't imagine that being like that today when I go back home to see my mother. It's
To
a different
live
world.
there. Yeah, no,
Here
I
is
actually, yeah.
just where I want to be.
I had we had a school teacher. She's a friend of ours. She was in Dix Hills, grew up in Huntington, teaching in Cold Spring Harbor, right? She's a young girl. She got a full-time teaching job at Southold School just this, 2 years ago. And she said something so powerful to me. And she goes, I'm from the best district. I grew up, in a big house on a big acre. She goes, out here, kids can still be kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was like, you don't think that way, but to hear it from a teacher who's young, who does not have kids of her own, I was like, it's such an interesting. She goes, they're so pressured to be, you know, bigger and fancier, and it's just, she said, out here, kids can be kids, and I thought that was important. So
Yeah.
we'll do that. That was gonna say a little Polar Express, a little holiday market action. Like we
Yep.
could do that.
Well,
Well, like I
I
said,
took our
people,
kids
if
right
you're
there
born,
yesterday, Melissa. They were
What?
they were at the aquarium together yesterday.
Oh,
They ran into each other.
I know. I said we had all of our, and they all get along. We have such nice babysitters out here. We've all been so lucky. Yeah, and all the kids are playing together, and it was nice to see a big group of local kids
Yeah.
at the aquarium, because I think all the out of towner kids were at the farms. So it was like we didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't need to pumpkin pick. They were fine
Right.
with going to the
Yeah.
aquarium.
Yeah.
It was very cute.
Someone just recommended an ugly sweater contest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Stephen.
love that.
Yeah,
That was
Stephen
I
also,
think it's
I
a great
think,
idea for like one of your dinner meetings or whatever. I think
right?
that's what he
Or
meant
for
for.
this December 6th, for December
Yeah,
6th.
December
That's
6th,
what,
please wear an
yeah,
ugly sweater. That's a cute idea. He also, so he's with the theater, right?
yeah.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
part of
so
the
he said
NOFO.
about the carolers. So that would be cool if you guys wanted, they could do a little preview.
Or at the train station when the train comes.
Oh,
Tracy, you're
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
right?
Oh no,
Well,
it's building.
thank you, Terry and Melissa,
Yeah,
both for joining us. I mean, Tracy and I do this, because we love the community, but having you guys on today really sort of, at least for me, refill that cup that there are so many people
yeah.
out there doing so
Oh,
much for this
good.
community. And I can't imagine
Anytime.
a better endorsement of I think the people who are transplants here, like myself and
Right.
Tracy, and I mean, Melissa, you were here, but you came back. I mean, you can't have a bigger endorsement than people who've moved here and choose to move here. And now
Agreed.
you're helping other people drink the same Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
buy houses, and come here.
I
So,
love it. I love it. And I know everyone's like, what are you doing? And I said, but it's also generationally. I'm selling a lot of my parents' house, my friend's parents' house. It's that next kind of wave that happens in every community. So it's really cool to watch. It's
Yeah.
it's really neat to be part of.
okay,
So
so just to wrap
good.
up tonight, 6 to 9 p.m., live
Yes.
music, food, drinks,
Drinks.
community. You have vendors. So
Yeah,
it's great weather.
It's all
Come on
there.
down to Love Lane and we'll see everybody there.
Thank you so
great.
much for having us on. It was a lot of
This
fun.
is
Thank you. Have a,
Thank
wonderful.
you guys.
Thanks.
have
Keep
a
doing
great
what you're
weekend.
doing, girls. This is great.
Thank you. We'll
Bye
see
bye
you
now.
next
See you.
Friday. Bye.
Bye.